What's up, everybody? My name's Chance. Today we're going to be diving into a budget Glorious Strikers deck. That's right, we're diving into a card that I've literally never seen played. I didn't even know it existed till the other day. I was scrolling through, and I was like, whoa, how have I read over this card 10 million times and never been like, yeah, I want to make a deck with that? So anyways, today we're diving into a Siege Striker Glorious Anthem deck, and I gotta say, this is one of the more interesting, while still being very functional decks that I've ever made. So 3 mana for this 1/1 double striker. I know it sounds super horrific. However, whenever Siege Striker attacks, you may tap any number of untapped creatures, whether they have summoning sickness or not. Siege Striker gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature tapped this way. And you have to remember it has double strike innately, so every creature you tap, it's actually adding 2 additional damage, not just the 1, right? So the goal, the idea with this deck is to build up a ton of creatures and then obviously tap them all, so Siege Striker gets really, really big. You know, 6/6, 7/7 with double strike is very viable, very real, and actually very easy with this deck. Now we also have Glorious Anthem alongside Siege Striker because, you know, you won't always be hitting your Siege Striker, and if your main goal is to build up and go wide and then swing in, Glorious Anthem allows your building up to be that much easier, right? 3 mana, creatures you control get +1/+1. It's really good given you have things like Worthy Knight, right, where you're creating additional little 1/1s off of everything else. We also have Outlaw's Merriment, right? You're going to get a 3/1, a 2/1, or a 1/2 every single turn at the beginning of your upkeep. Again, helps with Siege Striker. Glorious Anthem makes all those creatures a little bit bigger when they come down. It's just a really nice combination. Now, I will say, if you're wanting to lean more into Siege Striker, I think Outlaw's Merriment is the preferred thing. If you're looking for this deck to be a little bit more steady, right, efficient, so to speak, I think Embercleave is really, really nice. Now, obviously, with the Siege Striker, it doesn't give it double strike, but it will give it trample, which is important. However, if you can't get to the Embercleave onto the Siege Striker to give it double strike, or to give it trample, I mean, you can obviously put the Embercleave on Annex or Rimrock. There's a ton of other creatures that can get really, really big thanks to Inspiring Veteran or just thanks to the Glorious Anthem. So, you know, it's not like Siege Striker is your only route to victory. You got Annex and all this other stuff as well. Now, to help us make sure that our Siege Striker is going to be getting through with that trample damage, we have 1 copy of Footfall Crater to give our creature trample, haste, yada yada yada. And we have 2 copies of Crash Through to give all of our creatures trample, because again, we're trying to sort of go wide with this deck, and our Venerable Knights, our Inspiring, all this stuff ends up getting bigger and bigger and bigger as per the more Inspiring Veterans and or Glorious Anthems we have down. So outside of that, we have 2 copies of Glass Casket for removal, 3 copies of Fire Prophecy. I have 1 copy of Forbidden Friendship because I wanted to really test out how efficient is this 2 mana, create 2 cards for the Glorious Striker, right? Ultimately, I found that Worthy Knight is just straight up better. But if you don't have Worthy Knight and you don't really like Knights, you're not going in that direction, I think Forbidden Friendship could be okay. It's 2 mana to get 2 1/1s out of it. Granted, there are better value propositions out there. Certainly not a bad one. You get a haster off of it, so you can sort of work with it, am I right? As per the normal for our budget decks, we're only playing the common land, so by all means, if you got the Fabled Passages, if you got the Pathways, if you got the Temples, it'll make this deck even that much better. So however good, you know, we ended up doing today, just add a little extra pizzazz for untapped lands, right? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you've been enjoying the channel. If so, please be sure to leave a like down below, comment, subscribe if you're new here and you want to help support the channel through a completely free means while getting updates on our daily videos, which come out 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays we have a budget video that goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then of course on Saturday nights at 10 p.m. we have our members only video. If you're interested in learning more about that stuff, hit the join button down below. Now, as per the usual, we're nearing 10,000, so I can't express or congratulate, appreciate, I don't know, there's a ton of words that can go there, right? For all the support and time, really, that y'all have spent here watching videos, leaving likes, leaving comments, just sort of interacting with me, right? So I appreciate it. We're almost 1,000 away, which is insane to me. We are working hard on the back end, so if you're interested in seeing that stuff, you know, be sure you're hitting that subscribe button and sticking around to see the benefits of it, right? Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Without further ado, we're gonna hop into some Magic. Labraze. By the way, is this actually... Yeah, Glorious Siege Strikers. Alright, keep. Seems decent. We got a little creature. Hello. Hi. How are you? Now, we'll have to remember this is a budget deck, so, you know, if we get the chance to play our tap land down there on turn 1, we're going to take it. We are going to take it. Looking very mono-whitish from our foe here. I would like to see more, you know, white mana from us so we can get this Glorious Anthem down. Am I right? Also, we managed to get lucky enough to have Embercleave in our starter hand, so that could be nice for us. Luminarch Aspirant and a Selfless Savior. That's kind of annoying because the Selfless Savior can obviously save the Aspirant here. We'll go for the swing in. They shouldn't take the block here. They should just let the 3 damage go through because they'll be able to crack back for more on us than what we can deal. Well, they made the wrong choice here. But hey, better for me, right? So when they go to do that, you play this at instant speed. That's how that works. Let's cycle the crash through because essentially we're gonna cycle it anyways, so this way we don't have to pay the mana. Siege Striker. All right, this is a card I actually wanted to see how it works. So again, 1 additional mana for the Glorious Anthem would be nice. That's okay. Legion Angel. Our opponent is not playing budget friendly. That's fine. So we can go for a Fire Prophecy here, take this out. Probably won't cycle any cards, decline, and then we'll go for an Inspiring Veteran. This does allow us to cast down Embercleave on the next turn. It allows us to also deal additional damage here. So, yeah, all in all, it's still a solid play there. Like, still a solid turn. But, yeah, excited to see these two. It's actually the name of the deck. See, Glorious Siege Striker. There's actually a lot of good names. Siege Anthem, Glorious Striker, Striker Anthem, Glorious Siege. So many. So many. Anyways, we're going to get down the Windscarred Crag, and as much as I want to play the Siege Striker, we're going to go for the Embercleave. Gatsu. So they should know we have it, which means they shouldn't block with Daxos. Yeah, so we're just going to get this right on down. It's going to put them down to, what, 4 health? Yep. Alrighty. Also, we managed to find our other white mana, so on the next turn, if we want to, we can get down Glorious, which will put our Rimrock up to 6 damage. Pretty good. Pretty good. Skyclave Apparition. You're going to take the Rimrock? Yeah. A little Rimrock stealing action. So if we can hit another land, we can play Glorious and equip Embercleave to the Inspiring. But Inspiring still wouldn't be able to make it through Daxos. A little annoying. We could have also played Siege Striker and Glorious had we get an additional land there, but we didn't. It's okay. So I could try to go wide with the Outlaw's Merriment. I like that. Let's do it. Let's go Outlaw's Merriment here. Set ourselves up for the Siege Striker, Glorious Anthem. Like let's play the deck, you know. If we lose, we lose. Whatever. We're at 22 life. We'll at least be able to see a little bit of the combo, right? Should be able to. Selfless Savior. All right. Well, it means that their other Legion Angel isn't coming down, so I'll take that. But what other card do you have in hand? Show us what's behind the curtain. A Maul. You hate it when people go to the Maul. It should go on the speaker. Should go on the speaker. Trust me, you want it on the speaker. Speaker. You want it on the speaker for multiple reasons. 1, has Vigilance. 2, has Lifelink. I think that's about it, right? You're at 7 life. If you can put it on the speaker, you can start gaining Griffins every single turn, you know? That's okay. So we can either go for Worthy Knight plus Siege Striker, or we go for Glorious Anthem. Seems like a pretty answer to me. Seems like a pretty easy answer to me. So we'll get down the Siege Striker. It has the double strike. It has the potential to tap stuff and make itself bigger. We can swing in with the 2-1. We can do it. You can help. That's Home Depot's model. What is going on here? What is actually going on here? Maybe the opponent's like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to beat them down. Maybe that's their answer. You know, they got 8 points in the sky, so there's something and more coming, more on the way. Certainly something to be said for it. But they don't attack here. It's so strange. Well, this is perfect. Get rid of that selfless. If we could find another Fire Prophecy, that'd be good. Take out their Legion Angel, get down Glorious, right? Do a little wham bam, thank you ma'am. Now, something that is annoying is their Daxos has first strike, which means we can't just double strike through it. You know what I mean? So they did end up sacrificing. We can go Inspiring and move our Ember Cleave around. I kind of like the idea of that, actually. So if I put this on Siege Striker, we tap all 5 people. That'll put them up to a 7/7. You know, I think that's there's a fair point to be made for that. Let me make sure when it attacks, you may tap any number of untapped. So I think I have this correct. 7/7, we would be able to take out the Daxos. Legion Angel would take out our Siege Striker, though. I don't think we can attack this turn just because of that indestructible. We're still at 20 life, so that's all right. We still have a big board, so that's all right. Glorious Anthem is going to be so glorious when we get it down. Question is, do we go wide or do we go big? I think we go wide at this point. I think we might just go wide. If I can find another land, that's your Q land. If I can find another land, then we can play down Glorious and move the Emperor Cleave a little bit. Could be the answer. We'll see. 1/2 that deals. Yes, take out that selfless. Super happy to have seen that other 1/2 there. Now they should do the same thing. Put this on the Legion Angel. They had good results for me last time. Now they are gaining back tons of life, right? They're all the way back to 14. That's an area I don't want them to be at. I think I'll wait on the mic drop for next turn. And I'm gonna equip this. See, this has 4 damage, but this also has 4 damage. So I'm actually gonna throw this over here. Come next turn, I'm gonna swing in with that Venerable and the Siege Striker, and I'm gonna tap everything, and that Siege Striker is gonna be huge. Another Legion Angel, not surprised. They might swing in for the 8 here, or maybe just 4. Like swing in with 1 Legion Angel, leave Daxos and the other one back, right? They don't swing in at all. Oh, nice. That is a lovely takeout of the speaker. Another Venerable. You know, at some point you got to hit the Glorious. You got to hit the Anthem. You're swinging in. You're swinging in. Go. Go, go, Power Rangers. So they have 4 defenders, which means they can block my 4 biggest attackers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still have 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 damage coming through. I say we send it. I say we send it. But that's fine, because mine wins, baby. See, because mine has 5 life, his has 4, mine has double strike, his has 12 life. This is it. Block. Now, I think them killing the Inspirings will kill our Venerable. But I think we will kill their Daxos, right? Because First Strike won't allow them to kill our Venerable because Inspirings won't have died yet, right? Then they trade, yeah. And then when the Inspirings die, that's when they'll die. Wait, you fool! I'll take it. I'll take the victory there. That was a long, hard-fought battle. Mad Ant 21. I'm gonna keep this. I think this is the first game where we've seen a plains dominant hand instead of the mountains. We got plains coming out from every which direction. Don't fall asleep on me. I know this deck may be a little plain. Oh, got him. All right, Mad Ant. Let's see what you. Ooh, we got the mono red. Not only is this the first matchup where we see mostly plains, it's the first matchup where we're seeing mono red for tonight. So please, dear sir, mono red. Oh, it's Boros. I guess I can stop insulting you. It's Boros Winota. I was gonna ask them for mercy, and I was like, oh, but it's not mono red. Oh, but I may need to ask for mercy from this deck. It seems a very merciful asking deck, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Now I can go for the Glorious Anthem. It's a solid play for sure. I think getting rid of that Alpine Houndmaster may be a little more pertinent. Anyways, Inspiring and Glorious Anthem. If we were 1 mana further along, I'd say, haha, hell yeah. But as we're at this awkward little position that we are, I'm gonna need something a little bit more, you know, a little bigger bang for my buck, so to speak, you know. That way I can play 2 things in 1 turn. Anyways, Alpine Watchdog coming down for our foe. For the Fa. Okay, alright. Rimrock, you know, that's something we can work with. I think we go. Oh man. I think we go Inspiring. Swing in. Rimrock. And then I think we just Glorious Anthem and try to beat the snot out of them as fast as possible, right? Please no Winota. Please no Winota. It's a Fireblade Charger. We're getting lucky. And a Kargan War Leader. Yeah, it's a little unlucky because the Fireblade Charger that's withheld, right? We'll take the 2 damage, no biggie. No biggie. Oh my goodness, Fire Prophecy. I couldn't ask for a better card in all honesty, in all realities, in all universes. That was so beautiful. Alright, let's get it. Now they can double block the Fire Blades into the Inspiring to take it out. They will have to double block the Fire Blades into the Inspiring to take it out. That's sort of the other thing there, right? Or they can do something like that. They have 1 point of damage left over, but they can't take out the other Worthy Knight. What? And 1 point of damage goes to face? Like, what? Alright, opponent's down to 2 life. They got 1 creature. You know, even a Winota at this point seems a little slim. Seems a little slim pickings. So Alpine, they get down. They're playing Alpine. They're playing multiple Alpines, but they only have 1 Alpine Watchdog and 1 Igneous Cur. They don't even have enough defenders to block face. I'm so happy that they played that incorrectly because we didn't draw a creature, and that's what we would have needed had they played, you know, multiple creatures of their own down. So happy to pick up another victory there. Asdean 75. I kind of like this hand. We have the Siege Striker, and again, I haven't got to necessarily test it as much as what I would have liked. So we'll keep Arena, see what we can do. Siege Striker with Annex is kind of interesting, right? Because the satyrs that you get back from Annex, you can tap with Siege Striker. So it's like they're not completely pointless as far as offensive ability. You know, it's not just a 1/1. It's now something that buffs this double striker. So that's my personal views on it, at least. Okay, so if I want to go for the Siege Striker, but I know deep down in my heart that Inspiring Veteran is probably the more correct play. Sometimes you just got to go with what you... Hello. Sometimes you just got to go with what you want, you know? Sometimes you just got to do what you want to do. Be who you want to be. B-A-R-B-I-E. That's right. Inspiring. I'm always wary when I... Is that the right word? I feel like that's the right word. When I swing in with my lords and there's nothing on the board and the opponent just has mana up, I'm like, I don't know what flash creature you're going to have, but I feel like you're going to have the perfect flash creature. So opponent is playing Bant, whatever you want to call it. Bubble Snare. Ooh, you tap up that Inspiring Veteran. You tap, 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 tap. Tap Arena. Another inspiring, well, this is a very inspiring game, if I do say so myself. Very inspiring indeed. Alright, well, let's get down the annex. We'll swing in. We'll tap. At least allows us to deal 4. So it's kind of like, it's not haste necessarily, but you're getting this benefit off of your creatures that normally come down with Summoning Sickness. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. I'm liking the way it works. Anyways, double inspiring. This is why I was trying to play my 3 mana card, so that way when I did hit a bigger, you know, mana card, I could, or another land, I mean, I could actually play that out. Anyways, our inspiring veterans are up to 4/4, so they are solid damage in and of themselves. We're dealing 10 with what we have on board right now. We have a crash through, so if the opponent does get something down, we can sort of slam through it. We got a Fire Prophecy to also remove if they get something down. I'm feeling pretty good. Also, it's a Bant deck that feels like it wants more mana, but they're still only at 4, so they haven't done much ramping or extensive board control building, you know what I mean? Glorious, that will do it if we can, you know, if our creatures can survive and they can connect. That'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and play the crash through as well, because if they have a flash creature, you know, they can block me theoretically, but now even the block won't help. Get in there. Let's see what it is. So that's 4, 5, 5. That's 14 points of damage. Alright, Giant Killer on one of the Inspirings. You don't love to see it, but, you know, we're still taking them down to 4 life. Play down that other land. We got a Fire Prophecy in case they want to play down Giant Killer. Get it in our way. They'll have 3 mana left after that. You know, they could thwart our having lethal here. We'll have to see. Footfall. We can cycle Footfall. We could also potentially use it as trample damage. Let's take a good game. Cycle the Footfall, I guess. Nope, we hit a land. We only hit a land. Alright, so they'd have to remove both creatures here. 3 mana, instant speed. They only have access to 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 green. Brazen. No, yeah, we still got them. Alright, cool beans. So we're 3-0 with our Glorious Strikers. We've had long games, we've had short games, and you know, we're winning them all. So Vasey Light gonna be our next foe. This is a scary keep for me, but we go second, so we do have the additional draw. But aside from that, you know, we got some strong stuff in hand. We got a Worthy Knight, as well as 2 other Knights to help proc it. We got an Outlaw's Merriment, which is fun for the Siege Striker, and you know, right back there at it, we have the Siege Striker, which is kind of what we're looking for, you know, the whole thing we're testing. Now, opponent leads out with the Temple of Malice, followed by a Fabled Passage. It feels very Rakdos mid-rangey, but we haven't seen one of those decks in a hot little minute, so you know, I don't know. We're gonna go for the Worthy Knight. Pray they don't have any shocks. No shocks, at least. Now, that doesn't mean that it won't get Bone Crusher, Heartless Act, Eliminated, Blood Chief's Thirsted, or yeah, anything else along that spectrum, right? Blood Chief's Thirst. You're so predictable, Rakdos. Jeez, one of the 15 spells that I named. How dare you? So they're taking all my fun stuff away. It's so infuriating that is the magic world we live in. You look into someone's hand and you take the fun stuff. You take it away. All because what? You're trying for 500 in-game gold. You're not even playing for real money. You're playing for the sake of half of a pack. You motherfucker, Vasey. I told you I was Rakdos mid-range. You can tell the players that hop on just to get their dailies, because they got the same fucking deck that was good 3 months ago, and they're just scumming it. They're just scumming it hard. They're the same kind of players that counter your fervent champion if they're playing rogues. You know what I mean? Y'all, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. This is no news to you. Trust me. I don't think they take the, yeah. I don't think they take the block or anything here. I think they just let it go through. We got them down to 10. I'm shocked that they didn't let it go through, but any hoosers. You know, if I can hit an Ember Cleave, that's good stuff, good eats. You don't want to have more removal, Vasey. Trust me. Come on, you person, you person playing a video game, you. Well, that's probably the easiest cycle I'll ever do. Oh, baby. That's some spice. They're double blocking this. Cunt. And in the very least, they don't gain any life. They don't get to scry any. We're still looking for some more spice from our own deck, but well, why did I trade my creatures if you already had that in hand? All right, we'll give it probably one draw. We'll give ourselves one more draw. If we can't draw the world's best top deck, we're probably gonna call it. It's the land. It was close to the world's best top deck. It's the world's most drawn top deck, that's for damn sure.